Vayas Aharon banav et kol hadivarim asher tziva Hashem Moshe biyad Moshe. Loosely translated, Aharon and his sons fulfilled all of the edicts that Hashem commanded through Moshe. And on the last pasuk of Parshat Tsav, Rashi states that Aharon and his sons did so without deviating an iota to the right or the left. All of the mitzvot were guarded with a 360-degree approach of emunah and bitachon, similarly illustrated with this impassioned story. Some years ago in Manchester, England, a Yerushalmi Jew was visiting, and during Mincha, he was stunned to hear a thunderous and fervent mourner's Kaddish recited by an old man with his eyes tightly closed, swaying with all of his strength. As he watched in wonder, embarrassed to ask, he approached the old man, and he wondered why he prayed such a powerful Kaddish, which was a real departure from the norm, so to speak. "Sit, Tyler Yid," the old man said pleasantly. "I'll tell you my story, and then you'll understand." Later he would retell the old man's tale word for word, and ultimately be printed in a sefer called Barachi Nafshi. Those were terrible days for Klal Yisrael, the old man related. The European continent was burning, and rivers of Jewish blood flowed. Hitler, Yemach Shemam, worked quickly to carry out the final solution, wanting to obliterate any remnant of the Jewish people. The columns of smoke rising from the crematorium constituted a dark and cruel testimony to the extermination of millions of precious souls who died al Kiddush Hashem. Death in the labor camps became routine. No one knew when he awoke in the morning if he would even return later that evening. The gnawing hunger, the proliferation of disease, left not even a glimmer of optimism or hope. Despite the awful sights and tortures, though, I refused to break. No, it wasn't easy to maintain one's faith in the midst of the Inferno, but I knew I had to focus on the fact that my Father in heaven was still with us, even in this darkness. In order not to forget this message, I made myself a mantra: Yeshua's Hashem Geheref Ayin. Hashem's salvation can come in an instant. I repeated those words to myself constantly. After every sigh, with each body I saw, with each and every hunger pang, I would recall those 4 external words, and that mantra became internally my trademark. People stopped calling me by name, and instead they would call me Yeshua's Hashem. I wasn't insulted. On the contrary, I was proud of it. One day the announcement came that everyone in the block had to line up for the central shower. We all knew what that meant, as the tall columns of smoke billowing from the showers left no room for doubt. Today would be our turn to give our lives al Kiddush Hashem. As we stood by the entrance to the gas chambers, someone muttered to me, "What do you say now, Mr. Yeshua's Hashem?" "What do you mean?" "Even now at the door of the gas chambers, I proclaim, Yeshua's Hashem Geheref Ayin." The Nazis were pushing us inside, where the doors would lock electronically, and once closed, the suffocating gas would expire our souls within minutes. Just then, a moment before the door was shut, a scrap of paper fell from the pocket of one of the Nazi guards and was blown a few feet from the gas chamber. "Dirty Jew," the guard said with a sneer. "Pick up that note and return it to me immediately." And with measured steps, I emerged from the gas chamber to retrieve the note, but the wind picked it up, and a few feet blew even further away, and as I bent to grab it, the electronic lock activated, and there I was on the other side of the door, outside the gas chamber. Through the crack, I heard my brothers calling out, "A Kaddish Fa'unz! A Kaddish Fa'unz! Don't forget to say Kaddish for us!" Their souls ascended to Shemayim as I stood outside, spared from that horrific fate. The old man concluded his story, wiping away tears that had left his beard soaked. He sighed and says, "No, now do you understand why I say Kaddish so fervently for those whom I was supposed to join?" "Hoi, Rebbeinu Shalom! May you avenge the spilled blood of your servants. Oy, Yeshua's Hashem keherif ayin. I saw it with my own eyes. And today, I see people so worried, so stressed, burdened by their troubles, broken and bent. I tell them the same thing. Stay strong. Bolster your emunah. Know that there is a master of the world, a creator and a reason for everything. Whether it's a shidduch you're waiting on, a refuah shalema for a loved one, or a better source of parnasa. If you believe, if you really believe, you will surely be saved. Yeshuat Hashem keherif ayin. Shabbat shalom umevorach.